And again, you can usually use like these highway off and on ramps, the highway ramps, but I don't have access to those yet. So again, I would prefer to use those, and later I will probably come back and adapt that, but right now I can't actually do those, so but that's fine. But right now our roads are carrying about enough traffic and everything seems to be working relatively well, but we can sort of think about other things that we want to do there. Oh god, I'm so hot tonight. It's really, really warm. Yeah, like a Y junction, yeah, something that will just come and split exactly like that, but there isn't like a preset Y junction. And the thing that's frustrating is that when you build the roads, as you saw, the first one you build goes straight to the road, and then the other one comes in, it kind of bends in like a really strange way. You can get a decent looking result if you build the 6 lane right in the middle between the two one-ways. Anyway though, things are sort of progressing along pretty well. Pretty soon I'm going to start building out this way. Now one thing to take note of is we've got a load more options now in terms of our information, so we can actually see other things like, for example, natural resources. And by looking at our natural resources, we can see we've got a lot of forestry here, obviously. We also have loads of agriculture. We've got loads of agriculture stuff going on here, and that's going to be like beneficial for us. So actually up here we could start thinking about building an agricultural zone, because it's right next to our main road in and out of town, which is going to be really, really good, and it's right next to everybody else. So, and it's high in fertility, so that's really good. We've also got here down by the river. There's a load more fertile ground down here, and sort of just dotted around a little bit. So we've got some stuff we can use, and also we're looking up over here. You can see in the hills over here that we have got a lot of ore in the hills, and we've also got some oil down here in these tree concentrations. So it's actually, and look over here on the island, we've got loads of, look at this, the islands here are like literally rampant with ore. They're full of ore, so that's going to be really good. Across the river we've got huge green areas again for farming, and we've got some more ore in the hills, so there's loads of resources around for us to build stuff up with. Brian says that the overpass in the town and everything looks just like his own town. That's cool, dude. Yeah, it's surprising how yeah, but again, when you look at like the town that we have built up in Premchand already, like you can see that like it's just more organic. It looks better. I think this always looks so much more interesting than the bog standard grid systems, which are just boring as hell. Okay, so let's start building our farm area, okay? I want to still upgrade this 6, by the way, so I'm gonna upgrade the 6 road first because I want to get that sorted. Now, I'm gonna have to slightly move the fire department because I can't delete with it on there. So let me just do that. So you can relocate the building. So I'm actually going to slap him just here for now, I think. Actually, I can just move him down a little bit. Everyone's sad and happy at the same time. Okay, let's get rid of that, and then just throw the 6 in here. Perfect, sorted. Okay, so that's fixed. And how much space do we cover with the fire? Not everybody, not everybody. We need to start thinking about a secondary fire department soon, because these guys down here are not going to be well served. The police department, though, is serving pretty well. And we need to think medical department. Medical is not serving too well now, so we might need to think about a second medical centre. They cost 10,000, so everyone can just hold on for a minute, I think. Okay, let's look at our agriculture area again, just to remind ourselves. So it's mainly from sort of this tree here, this block. So the first thing I want to do is obviously build a road off of here, and I'm going to do that as a 4 lane. Do it as a 4 lane. I'm going to turn the traffic lights off because I don't want this traffic going up and down here to have to stop. And then we'll build our farm area. One thing to note though is that we have got a little bit of a sort of bend on the hills here. This isn't a totally flat area, so that's going to affect us slightly. So we can build like this, and I want a little bit of a gap between here and the residential, so I think I'm going to build this. I think I'm going to just go through the middle, Because if I build like slap bang in the middle of those, or if I go through the the long way, it's not going to work properly. It's not going to maximise that space. The first thing I want to do though, basically, in order to build an agricultural area, you have to designate it. So you have to zone it first, right? So I'm going to have to take my small zone tool, start off with a medium one. This is only going to be a very small agricultural area, so I need to kind of encroach into the Premchan town zone. Build my area like this. Okay. And I want to make sure that I'm doing this. I'm not going to build on that end yet because I don't want to piss off the people in those houses too much straight away. Okay, there we are. So that's our nice little zone. And then what I'm going to do is click on the little tractor here, farming industry, and then click there. So now this park is going to be farming industry specifically. Yep, XAVIER Park, I think it's going to be called. Okay, so there we go. So now, once we zone this with industrial, we will have farm stuff start arriving. But of course, we will need to ensure that these guys have got water. They need to have water just like all the other industries. So we'll put that down. And they will also need electricity, which I will have to provide in pylon form, like that. There we go, and straight away, there we are, we've connected already. The first little bits are going to start being built. Here we go. So we start getting some farming industry in here, and that's going to be good for us, make some more money. Okay, the guys at the top here complaining they haven't got enough water. That's because our water pumping station is actually now not servicing us with enough water. So we're going to have to build another one. However, we have options. We can build a water tower. The upkeep is 240 a week, costs 3,500. It produces 60,000 per week of water. This water pumping station at 120,000 at 240, and the cost is less. Basically, the water towers are pretty good to build out of town, but they are a little more expensive. But obviously, the water pumping station requires electricity. It also produces a hell of a lot more noise. If you look at the water tower, you can place this just right out of the way. But this water pumping station, I'm probably going to slap right next to the other one. As long as it's like upstream from the pollution, that's not so much of an issue. So I'm going to put it here. These people are going to be pissed off. Really sorry, guys. And now we need to connect it to the grid, so I have to do that. So now that water pumping station is connected to the grid, it's going to start pumping water and putting it back into the system. So that's really good news. And now if we look at our thing, we will see we have got plenty of water. Electricity is dwindling yet again. I need to get another bloody turbine down. So many turbines. 7 megawatts, we need the max, we need 8. There we go. We can turn these off or like dismantle them later when we don't need them anymore. Okay, our residential and commercial is slowly creeping back up as we start to bring industry in. Okay, here we go. We can see we've got great industry coming in here. Man, this is like one futuristic farm in sunny grain town. Look at all the solar panels on the roof. It is the future. Okay, let us... Okay, look, we don't even need these pylons anymore, so that's great. We can just get rid of those. So the electricity, they've built the wiring between the residential area and these guys, so that's great for us, beneficial for us. Okay, and everything seems to be working pretty well here. This road on the industry is, not surprisingly busy. The residential areas is one that I always had a lot of issues with in terms of getting the amount of traffic in and out. Things. I remember placing a water tower not far enough from a dumping site. Took a while to figure out why people were dying. That doesn't make much sense though, does it, Green? Because how would the stuff get into there? But there we go. April Plump, welcome to the stream. Thanks for all you guys for coming and joining and participating in the stream this evening. Really appreciate it, guys, especially as I didn't advertise or schedule it too much. You can see right now our pollution is not too high. Where is our pollution thing? Is it this one? Garbage and pollution. It shows where this is. Population, transport we don't have yet, land value. So we could probably do with increasing our land value a little bit as well. Oh yeah, our pollution. Yeah, you can see our pollution right now is very low. This is very, very low. We don't have a lot going on right here. The industrial ground pollution is pretty high, but again, that's why we keep it out of the town, away from the residential. Okay, of which, by the way, residential we need a lot more right now. So I'm going to start expanding this middle area. Where was our fertile ground? Oh yeah, it's kind of down there. Yeah, we've built all over the fertile ground right now, but that's okay because there is so much of it. You can see all over here. This is all going to be fertile ground. All this stuff you can see actually on the ground. You don't need to have the overview turned on. These sort of lighter green areas are the more fertile ground than the darker green stuff. So you can tell the difference straight away anyway. So you can see there's tons and tons and tons of farmland over there, which is more than enough. Our little park right here, I can probably sort of at this point do that as well. We can just, you know, start expanding it a little more. And I can probably build just in this section here. We'll just have a small park. I find that agriculture generates a massive amount of traffic usually with the tractors and stuff like these guys right here. I find that those generate tons and tons of traffic. Man, this is a horrific junction right here though. Let me turn those traffic lights off. Usually when you adjust a junction, it changes the lights. So I'm going to do that and that. Because I don't want to have them having to deal with traffic lights. It just slows the hell out of everything. And most of the time the traffic is intelligent enough to, like, you know, see what's happening there and so on. How do you set districts? Okay, so basically to set a district you select this button here that says districts. So you have like roads, zoning and districts. Then it gives you some little markers. So when I want to set a district, I select this one here, paint district, and then you choose a paint button like this, and then you can just paint a district on the map. Okay, and then it will automatically name it, but you can go in and adjust that. You can then select it to be like a forestry industry or a agriculture industry or just generic industry, whatever you want to, and then you can, you know, delete it easily like that. So it's very simple, easy to do. Residential, we need to expand. Right, so let's we'll expand sort of on this corner here, because remember I wanted to try and link this up anyway, so I'm going to try and sort of move that way. We'll try and do that. Oh, we finally have a new piece of land available for purchase. So around our area here, we now have multiple options in terms of area to expand to. So you guys can vote, I think, on this one. You know what? Okay, we're going to do an FTL moment right here, if I can get it. Let me just find it right here. Hold on. I need to find the right music for you guys to vote. It's voting music that I have for my live streams. Let's find it right here. Here it goes, here it goes. Okay. Right, so what are you guys voting on? On the stream, I want you to say 1, 2 or 3, and I'm going to see just vaguely whoever's the most. So basically, left-hand side, the top one, I'm not interested in the top one. And again, you can usually use like these highway off and on ramps, the highway ramps, but I don't have access to those yet. So again, I would prefer to use those, and later I will probably come back and adapt that, but right now I can't actually do those, so no, that's fine. But right now our roads are carrying about enough traffic and everything seems to be working relatively well, but we can sort of think about other things that we want to do there. Oh god, I'm so hot tonight. It's really, really warm. Yeah, like a Y junction, yeah. Something that will just come and split exactly like that. But there isn't like a preset Y junction. And the thing that's frustrating is that when you build the roads, as you saw, the first one you build goes straight to the road. And then the other one comes in, it kind of bends in like a really strange way. You can get a decent looking result if you build the 6-lane right in the middle between the two one-ways. Anyway though, things are sort of progressing along pretty well. Pretty soon I'm going to start building out this way. Now one thing to take note of is we've got a load more options now in terms of our information, so we can actually see other things like, for example, natural resources. And by looking at our natural resources, we can see we've got a lot of forestry here, obviously. We also have loads of agriculture. We've got loads of agriculture stuff going on here, and that's going to be like beneficial for us. So actually up here we could start thinking about building an agricultural zone, because it's right next to our main road in and out of town, which is going to be really, really good, and it's right next to everybody else. So, and it's high in fertility, so that's really good. We've also got here down by the river. There's a load more fertile ground down here, and sort of just dotted around a little bit. So we've got some stuff we can use, and also we're looking up over here. You can see in the hills over here that we have got a lot of ore in the hills, and we've also got some oil down here in these tree concentrations. So that's actually, and look over here on the island, we've got loads of, look at this, the islands here are like literally rampant with ore. They're full of ore, so that's going to be really good. Across the river we've got huge green areas again for farming, and we've got some more ore in the hills, so there's loads of resources around for us to build stuff up with. Brian says that the overpass in the town and everything looks just like his own town. That's cool, dude. Yeah, it's surprising how but again, when you look at like the town that we have built up in Premchand already, like you can see that like it's just more organic. It looks better. I think this always looks so much. This isn't perfect because I kind of want to do like this. Shut up. Okay. Let's do this. So residential. I want to get some more schools and general amenities in now as well. Put some more commercial in there. Get that commercial action going on. Do like that. Fill the rest in green. Again, I don't want to build on the highway right now because I want to sort of keep that as clear as possible. Again, similarly, I want to build actually roads off of these, so I don't want to, actually that will be fine. Get on that. Got to think about the electrics though, because that's going to be filling up. Right, probably what I'm going to do here is this. I'm going to build like that and then across like that. Don't need to expand that other one. Okay, so water and everything. Well, these guys are freaking out about water. Oh, I know why they're freaking out about water, because they're right on the edge of the... They're right on the lid. They're right on the lid of the water supplies. They missed it a little bit. But now they're happy. But they still need more workers, so that's fine. I'm starting to think, though, that if we have workers supplying this area, it might be easier for us to supply them from here. So instead of having to drive all the way down into town and back up again, they could just come off that junction. Yes, I know it needs expanding up there. Everything else is going along okay. We need a little bit more. Let's speed up a bit. I'll be going at slow speed for too long right here. Luton, you should put some mods on when you play FTL next. That is a good idea, Xavier. That is a good idea. We should try and... What the hell? Oh, there's some blue flashing lights going on down here. It's burning down. They got it under control. They got it under control. Sorted. Right, let's... I wanted to put some amenities and stuff in. Let's look at our unique buildings. We can't do any of those yet because we haven't fulfilled criteria. But we can start putting in little parks and things. Including also, apparently, a big church. 12 grand though, so a fairly expensive church. Little Japanese garden. Baseball field, apparently. Get that done. But we can start building some small little parks and things. Plaza with trees. Small park, which is actually not that small, it's pretty big. Costs 1,000. Small playground. Let's get a small playground down. We'll get it down near the school area or something. I don't know, it's tricky trying to find the space to build this crap actually. We're very, very, very tight on space. I think I'm going to slap it down. No, let's just let's think here. Trying to look where the best sort of residential areas are going to be to build. Do you know what? It's going to be like around here. So we have this little overpass works great, by the way. But seeing as we actually have a junction there, I feel like it'd be good to connect to this side now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build like a road like this. European style road. Look at it, you love it. You bloody love it. Look at that. Yes. Look at that efficiency of space. So good, right? Love it. And then look, I can do something even more insane. Right? We'll go like this. Actually, hold on. It's straight road. Actually, gonna do this. Oh, hey, don't be curved. Oh yeah, that's right. I went there. Everyone's like, no. Triple junction. Xavier's like, Jesus. Yeah, I went there. I was just like, yeah. Get that road down on the ground. You love it. Right, then we can put a little playground here, right next to the 6-lane highway. Yeah, good idea, I think, right? Children's playground next to the 6-lane highway. There we go. There we go. And now the children can come and play by the super busy road. Sorted. Gorgeous road building. I know. Well, there's yeah, gorgeous road building. I know, right? Those 3 years. Those 3 years. I didn't go to 3 years of art school for nothing. I'll have you know. Oh no! One of the barns fell down. Oh no. Running out of electricity, are you? Better give you some more electricity. Bloody hell, like how many of these things I've got to build, man? 8 megawatts. I'm seriously going to knock these down when I'm bloody finished, I swear to God. Right. Don't forget the high school. I know. Oh, we don't have enough cash anyway, so. Yeah, UK roads are the best roads by far. It is cool. What was it like? There's this. There's that thing I linked on. I linked that thing on. What's his name? I think his name's like Doug Stamford, something like that. Doug Stamford, I think his name is. He's an American comedian, and he was talking about like. I linked it on Twitter the other day. Doug Stamford, and he's talking about why America is better than the UK, and he was talking about British roads. And he was talking about British roads, and he was like, Hitler did his best to help the UK in the war by bombing it and levelling that city to the ground. And he was like, you know, just let the Brits just start over, build better roads, make it all work. And he was like, what did they do? They spat in Hitler's face and built it back brick by brick, just as it was when none of it worked. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what happened. When we start time to looking for that hydroelectric plant, you have plenty of water for it. We do have a crap ton of water, but it's like, where are we going to place a hydroelectric plant without it flooding everything? And the trouble is, it's got to be upstream, and we are not in a position to be looking upstream. But later, maybe, but not now. Anyway, pretty soon, once the city expands a little more, we can build the more efficient style wind turbines, and then we won't need it. I'll find you guys before the end of the stream that link for that video thing, because it's super funny. It's really funny. There's another really good thing. There's another really good thing he says in the video, and he's like you'll drive down to the beach, there'll be loads of bars open, and he's talking about coming to America and how awesome it is. He's like, you come down to the beach, there'll be loads of bars, and he's like, and there's people in front of the bars smiling, they're like waving at you to come in, and he's like, they want you to come in, and he's like, because they don't know yet that you don't tip. And it's like, yeah, okay, also that. I don't tip when I come to America. Fuck, you know, I don't have to I don't play by your rules. Recycling centre, I know still, yeah. No, I do tip when I come to America. Like, basically, I think British people don't understand, because tipping in the UK is different to the US, and I think British people don't understand how that works in the US. So basically, basically in the UK, alright, like people that work in services still actually earn like a reasonable, not like good money, but reasonable money, enough to live on, right? In the US, sometimes that's not the case, so they need the tips to bring up their wage to make it so that it's livable. But that's not the case in the US. In the UK, sorry. In the UK, tipping is very much like an extra thing. It's just like a bonus, so it's not actually supplementing your income in any way. But in the US it is, and British people don't understand that difference. So I think a lot of the time that's why when British people come to the States, they don't tip because they still think it's like an extra thing, and they don't get that it's like actually, you know, sort of part of it. So I think if they understood that, they would just do it. So, but also it's a bit of a like bullshit thing, isn't it? Like, you go to another country, you should abide by how that country lives. You shouldn't just be like, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. Like, you should you know, try and be part of, you know, what's going on there. You know, so. Tipping in the UK is an insult, right? No, it's not at all. It's just like a bonus. It's like if you've had good service in the UK. Like, we tip in the UK. Like, sometimes if I go out and we have a really good meal and the person that's serving us is really good, you'll still be like, here's the money, you know. So you can do it. It's just that it's not mandatory. So that's the difference. Okay. Let's keep the politics out of the chat. Right, okay. So let's see right here. Okay, oh yeah, we got a fantastic playground. You know, I let all the kids and the dogs just, you know, don't go that way. That's the, you know, the high-speed lane right here. Just don't. I know that is a busy park. They are loving the crap out of that park. We should probably build more parks. Okay, we need more industrial right now. So, well, we need industrial or you know, agriculture. So we could actually start building more agriculture stuff over here. But in order to do that, we need to make sure that, and this is, you know, it'll be good because it'll be right next to everything right here. In order to do that, though, I need to ensure, well, for a start off, I got enough cash, which we do have enough cash. Electricity is low, of course. Water is okay. But what I need to do is, I'm going to slow down my speed a second. I need to put a 6-lane across the road here. I need to get a good bridge going across here, basically. So we're going to bust this out, like to, yeah, there. Like there. Go across here. So I want to build like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so that bridge now is going to... I wish it was like 2, but whatever. Okay, that bridge now is going to service the new agriculture area that we're going to build on. And we're going to continue also this 6-lane just like that. I'll turn off the traffic lights there because there won't be any reason to go this way right now. But that's how that's going to work. So you can see my sort of overall plan is coming together. How this 6-lane road is going to sort of go through the hub of the cities. And, you know, this was an issue that we had. Why are these flashing? What is that? Not enough educated workers. Okay, alright. So we need to build a high school, basically. Let's build a high school. Let's think where the hell this can go. Slap it down here. Yep, no problem. I'm really sorry, I might have to knock your house down, guys. Sorry. Okay, so the high school is going to provide education for people, so that's a good thing. Name that park Darwin Park near the highway. It's already labelled, dude. It's Xavier Park. Xavier Park. Right, we need more electricity though. We are drifting into the black again. Okay, so we're very, very close. I might actually wait. We're ticking up. We're very close to the next wind turbines, and plus we need more cash anyway. These guys are screaming out for more workers. Let's boost some more residential. So we need that. Let's get as much as we can in. Some down there. There as well. That area should have been filled in already. I didn't want to put any on this corner here because I didn't want people stop starting all the time. But actually, you know, it's not it's not so much of an issue with residential all the time. Because residential, they tend to not stop start too much, basically. Right, we need to build a couple more little roads on here as well. I'm going to build off that. And then up here. Actually. Like that. And then we'll... Actually, no, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. We just need a lot more residential right now. I want to get a little bit more commercial in there, basically. That's what I'm doing. Cool. Okay, so hopefully that's going to push us over the edge, because we don't need that many more people to get to our limit now. We just need... These are 12k, so we need another 6 grand. Getting real close. Let's speed up. So I'm stuck on the single speed there. We're going to start losing some of our retail until we get these educated workers coming in. Yeah. So basically, we're losing these buildings, but they'll come back again. It's no problem. Basically, because we didn't have any educated workers, we're losing some of our industry stuff. But again, see, it'll just get rebuilt. It's no problem. Some of them are upgrading as well. But the high school, as you can see, the high school will enable people to get better education, and they'll start going to these buildings and these shops a lot more, so that will work. But we might start thinking pretty soon about maybe having like some kind of bus system or something along those lines. Anyway, we still actually need industrial, so we need to continue on that route. Let's just take a little look. Yeah, so this area here, slap bang across the road, is where we want to be at. I'm actually going to push through the 6 lane just to about here, and then maybe build it off of that. Trouble is, it goes right over this beautiful, like, fertile area, but yeah, I think it's fine. Like, it's much for much. Just do like that. So I'm just going to start off simply with this. Also, we need to I need to build down here because we need to think about water and power. It's really important. Yeah, do you know, it's fine. Okay.